Hello everybody. So today I will be doing LeetCode Problem 21, Merge Two Sorted Lists. Um, I am back after, an almost 2-year hiatus. You know, I just had to take a break. Went from 73 LeetCode problem solved to 201. So, maybe you could trust me a little bit more with the solutions now. Yeah, let's get right into it here. So, the question description here says you're given the heads of two sorted linked lists, list 1 and list 2. Merge the two lists into one sorted list. The list should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists, and then return the head of the merged linked list. So basically, you're just given two linked lists of integers, and then you want to take these nodes and put them into a sorted final list that, you just combine the two. So I guess our solution here is that we'll have like a pointer on the head of each input node, and then an empty linked list as the result. And then every time we'll just add the smaller one to the result linked list. If it's the same, it doesn't matter. In my solution, I prioritize the right one if it's the same, but it doesn't really matter if you do it because it's the same value, and it doesn't really matter. So in this case, they put the purple one first, and then they'd move this purple one to the 3, but the pointer for this one will still be on the red one. And then you compare these two nodes. Which one's smaller? This one. So you put that one into the node, and then you move that to this 2. And then you compare this 2 to this 3. And the 2 is still smaller, so you put it in. And then you move it to the 4 here. And you can then compare these two. The 3 is smaller, so you put it in. And then you move the pointer here. You compare these two. Doesn't matter. You put this one in. And then that will be at the end, so you don't have to look at that, and you just put the rest of this one. So if we have two lists of like different lengths, say this one had like a few more nodes after it, after I put this one in, I'll have a while loop here, and when that while loop breaks, I will just add the rest of the nodes from here onto here. So we'll see that later on. So first we want our two pointers, so p1 equals list 1 and p2 equals list 2. And then I just have a head list node, and then I want a dummy to return because the head actually moves to the end. And then I want to do while p1 is not equal to none and p2 is not equal to none. So while both of these pointers are pointing to something, I want to keep looping this. And then if p1 dot if p1 dot value is less than p2 dot value, so yeah, if the value of like the top one is smaller than the bottom one, what I want to do is head dot next is equal to p1, and then I just want to move p1 equals p1 dot next and heads equals head dot next. And basically what this does is, first I have like I'll just use these as like nodes. So this will be like, I start off, I just have like nothing here, and then I have my, I don't know, if let's say my p1 value is 1, so then my head dot next, so I'll point to a new node that has the value in p1, so it'll point to 1, and then I want to move the pointer on the list 1, so then I just do p1 equals p1 the next. And then I want to move head as well, because doing head dot next equals p1 doesn't actually move the pointer, it just sets the next one. So I just want to, because in this case, if I didn't have this line, it would still be pointing here. And what happens then is that only this one gets rewritten. So at the end, you just return one node. So this one makes that this points here. And the reason I can have this thing at the end is because when I return it, I'm returning dummy.next. And dummy is equal to head, so dummy's here. So when I return dummy.next, it just returns everything after, which will be my linked list. So with that out of the way, we can continue on. And then the next case is for where p2 would be less than or equal to p1. So I could just do else, because that's every case. So head.next equals p2, p2 equals p2.next, and head equals head.next. Now that's the end of this while loop. When we exit this while loop, we know that one of those lists, we got to the end of one of those lists. So now we want to check if p1 is not equal to none still, head.next will equal to p1. And that's all you have to do. And then you can also check if p2 is not equal to none, head.next is equal to p2. And technically you can do this, but it's not really needed because it'll only do it once. But I'll put it for the sake of having it look nice. And then at the end here I want to return dummy.next, because as I said originally, dummy points to just a none node before the linked list. So if it and that nothing points to this first node in our result, so I just want to return the next one, which will return the entire linked list. So let's run the code here, and as you can see, accepted, and let's submit it. And yep, there we go. So yeah, this is that's the solution for shoe sorted lists. And yeah, good way to kind of start my YouTube again. So thank you, and bye bye.